Good morning! Today is the day. It's the first day of dental hygiene school and I'm so excited. I have no idea what to expect. Today I have clinic 8 a.m. to 10:50 I believe, and then 11 to 11:50 I have clinical pharmacology, which is the class that I am most terrified about. And then 12 to 1 I have lunch. And then 1 to 3:50, I think, I have head and neck anatomy, histology, and embryology lab. And that's it. It's a long day for the first day. Mondays are my longest day. But I'm excited and I will update you guys later. Hello! Okay, so my first day is done. I'm just so happy to be in this program. Yeah, it was just really cool. It felt nice to wear scrubs to school. They're like pajamas, and I feel like, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm finally like becoming a hygienist, you know, I'm not taking prereqs anymore, like I'm in the program, and it's just so exciting. So at 8 a.m. I had clinic, so we started in like the lecture room, and then we brought all our instruments that we had gotten from orientation, and we just inventoried everything, made sure that we have everything we're supposed to, made sure that our instruments had the right color combos on it, because everyone's assigned their own color combo. Mine's orange and yellow. All of mine were correct, and then we got like bands with their colors to band other things in case we leave them in clinic or whatever, then they can figure out whose it is. So like we put bands on our safety glasses and things like that. So that took about an hour. We also, while we were in there, got our cassettes engraved. So there was a few instructors there that were just engraving people's cassettes with their number. Everyone has a number, so like I'm number 11, C11, and like some programs I've seen, they engrave like their actual names on the cassettes, but they had us just do like C11 or whatever your number is on the cassettes, because when you are doing your boards, you can't have any sort of identification on any of your stuff, so it made sense not to have our names on the cassettes and just our little code number. So yeah, so that was what we did for the first hour of clinic. So that was just from 8 to 9, and then from 9 to the end of clinic, which usually is till 10:50, but we got out like 30 minutes early, and we just kind of had like a scavenger hunt in clinic. Like, we have 4 different pods in our clinic, and each pod had an instructor, and we went and made sure everyone knows where everything is in the clinic and just like our building in general. So that was really helpful. And she showed us kind of all of the different parts of our operatory. Yeah, so that was clinic today. Nothing too crazy, but it was just exciting, like going through all of our instruments and all our other things, like our typodonts and our, like, we have a set of teeth, like fake teeth that are just like loose that you can, you know, look at and study, because you're gonna have to know every tooth just like on their own. So yeah, that was awesome. And then our next class from 11 to 11:50 was pharmacology, and I can already tell, I don't know, today wasn't that bad. He just kind of talked a lot. Yeah, so like we didn't even get to lecture until like the last 15 minutes of class, but I just already know it's going to be a hard class. It's just a lot of memorizing, just like straight memorizing, but I don't know, like I can do well with memorizing. It's just a lot of effort, you know. And then after that we had lunch. We have lunch after pharmacology, or we always have lunch at like from 12 to 1. So yeah, so then I had my leftover Olive Garden that I brought and put in the fridge in the break room before clinic. So I had that and a little salad, and like anatomy, histology, and embryology lab. So we start with lab for that class on Monday, and then we have lecture Tuesday and Thursday for that class. So it was kind of interesting starting with lab, but it also felt like a lecture because we literally had a lecture that was like 56 slides or something like that. She said the lab and lecture they kind of just all flow together, and yeah, you'll have lectures and lab, and it's all really the same class. So yeah, in that class we just kind of went over like a project that we're gonna have later in the term, and then we had that long lecture. So today was the first time of me using my iPad in actual school, not like an online class. Like, it was my first time actually taking it to school, like actually taking notes like during a lecture, and I enjoyed it a lot. Like, it was so nice. Like, all the lecture slides for both my lectures that I had today were so wordy. Like, every single slide was just a lot, and especially in head and neck there was a lot of diagrams, so it was so nice to just pull up the lecture on my iPad and just annotate the lecture instead of like trying to rush and write down everything that's on the PowerPoint, because when you're doing that you're not even writing down really anything else that they're saying when they're lecturing. You're just trying to write down what's on the slides already, which you already have access to online. But when I'm just annotating the slides, like, I'm really listening to what she's saying. I can highlight what I feel is important, and then I'm like making notes of things that she's saying. Like, she hinted at some things like this could be on exam, or like this is really important, all these things, and like I can take more time to like note those things, and I already have all of the lecture slide information on there. So yeah, it was so great. 10 out of 10 recommend. Best school supply ever. But yeah, that was pretty much my day. I will catch you guys later. Good morning. It's Wednesday now, the 2nd of October, and I thought I'd just update you guys while I'm getting ready for school. It's 9:30, and I'll probably leave at like 10:20. My first class today is at 11, and it is pharmacology. I mean, our first day was fine because like we didn't really even hardly start like learning pharmacology. He just kind of talked about stuff, and like we only started the lecture at the very end of class, but I already know like this class is gonna be really hard. So yeah, not very excited about it. I just don't really enjoy chemistry in general. Yeah, so there's that, and there's a couple of people in our program that like had already taken this class before the program because it's so difficult, and so they didn't have to take it now, and I'm really jealous of them. And then there's also someone in our program who's taking it online, which I'm also jealous of them because that seems like the way to go. So yeah, so we have pharmacology today from 11 to 11:50, and then our lunch is always from 12 to 1, and then from 1 to 1:50 we have like our lecture part of our clinic and clinical practice and seminar class, which I am excited for that class. We're bringing our typodonts to class today, which if you don't know what those are, they're like the fake mouths that we practice on before we practice on each other. So yeah, yesterday was a pretty chill day. We had 3 lectures yesterday. Today we only have 2, which is kind of nice. But yeah, we only had 3 lecture classes yesterday, so it actually went by pretty fast. Like, the labs in clinic are what make the day go really long. So yeah, we had at 9 o'clock, our first class yesterday, and can't remember what it was. Oh, prevention. Prevention was our first class yesterday, and it wasn't so bad, but then again, these are just the first days of every class, so who knows. And then we had head and neck anatomy, histology, and embryology lecture. And she actually made me feel a lot better because we had head and neck anatomy lab on Monday. And we had like this fat lecture about like different types of tissue like in your body that like, you know, you learn in regular anatomy and physiology. And I took anatomy and physiology 4 years ago, and like I do remember a lot of things from anatomy, but tissues and like histology, I don't know, I remember some things, but like not a lot. So like a lot of things she was going through the lecture, I was like, yeah, I don't know like a lot of this stuff, like I'm gonna have to study all this stuff. And then yesterday in our first like actual lecture class, she's like, yesterday was just like a review of like tissues that you like should have probably learned in your regular anatomy class. But don't freak out about it if you don't like remember it, if it's been a long time or like whatever, because I'm not gonna test you on that information. It's just like background for like what we're gonna be like going into in this class. So I was like, perfect, because yeah, that makes me feel better. So yeah, and then the actual lecture we had yesterday was like really easy. It was like on anatomic nomenclature, so like superior, inferior, like lateral, medial, like all that kind of stuff, and all that stuff I know, so I felt much better yesterday. And then our last class yesterday was dental anatomy, and we didn't really get into much of like real class stuff yesterday. It was more like kind of a syllabus day, but I can tell that class is going to be hard already. But it's going to be interesting. Like, I think head and neck anatomy and dental anatomy, I mean, I think anatomy is super interesting, but also I think it's very challenging. So, yeah. I don't know, but we're going to survive and it'll be fine. One thing that I'm happy about the dental anatomy class is apparently in the past they had 2 projects where one of them was you had to draw a certain tooth like at every like different angle and like really know, you know, the anatomy of it and draw it every angle. And then also on top of that they had to carve a tooth and have all like correct anatomy and like anatomical features of the tooth and all the ridges and everything on it from like carving from wax. And she said that that was just a lot to do both, so we get to choose if we want to do like a wax carving or if we want to draw it. So I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna draw. I'm not artistic at all, but I feel like I could get away better with that than carving. I already feel like we're gonna have so much to do every single day. Like I'm trying to really keep up with the reading because we have readings for pretty much every class that you're supposed to do before class. And they're like these classes like you actually have to do the reading and like be prepared when you come to class, and I expect you to have already done the reading and all this stuff. So far I've been doing fine, like doing that, but who knows, maybe later in the year it'll really feel like it's piling up. I don't know, but right now I'm making sure that I'm staying on top of everything. I mean, it's only the 3rd day of school, but we've already had a lot of reading. We have color book pages assigned that we have to do for dental anatomy. one thing about our program that's kind of nice is, like from watching other people's programs, I've noticed that they have pretty strict rules about what they can wear, like on non-clinic days. So like today's a non-clinic day, I'm wearing like regular clothes, like a regular student. And a lot of programs are like, you can't wear jeans with rips in them, or like you can't wear like leggings or like anything like that. Like you have to look really professional. And like they did talk to us about like, you know, looking nice and like don't look like you rolled out of bed when you come to class and all that stuff. But like I feel like they're not as strict about like what you can and can't wear, which is nice. And also for like actual clinic, a lot of programs, like your hair like pretty much has to be in like a tight bun, and like it's supposed to be like, you know, kind of slicked back. She said when you're like looking forward like this, because like that's how you're gonna be working on patients, you can't have any hair like that will fall in front of you, like get in your workspace and like all in the patient's business. But like say you wanted to wear a ponytail, like if you wore a ponytail up here, you know, it'd fall like in your face. But you can wear like a low ponytail like this on your neck, and then like when you're working, like it's not moving. And I know for a lot of programs you can't like have it like down at all. Like it has to be, everything has to be like above your shoulders and all of that. So that's nice as well. So pretty happy. Like we can't have any wispies, like we can't have like, you know, pieces of hair or anything. Like it does have to be slicked pretty much in the front part like this. But yeah, as long as it's like low on your back, you could have like a low messy bun down here, like a low ponytail. For my first day of clinic, I did like the tight like slicked up bun just because I don't know, I like to wear high buns. But it's cool to know that I can do other things as well. Alright guys, well I'm gonna go have some breakfast and go to school, and then I will update y'all later. Hello. Okay, so this video is probably so boring, but we haven't really done anything in any of our classes yet, like hands-on really. Like we've only had clinic once, and all we did was like get to know the clinic, like where stuff is. Like we didn't actually do anything. And yesterday in our 2 classes we just had 2 lectures, so nothing like too crazy has happened yet. Like so far it just kind of feels like regular school. But yeah, like yesterday I had a lot of reading to do. That's one thing I've noticed, is there's just a lot of reading. Like every class there's like reading you have to do before class usually, and it's usually like a chapter or 2, not just like a couple pages, and it's like a chapter or 2 from a textbook, so it's pretty dense to read. So yeah, I had a couple chapters that I was supposed to read before my dental anatomy class today, and I did not finish it all, but it's my last class. So our first class, between our first and second class, we have like a 40-minute break, and then between our second class and our third class, we have like an hour and 10 minutes or something. So I'm just gonna read and eat my Lunchable that I brought. And then we also had coloring book pages due today, which I did do those. So that's all for dental anatomy. And then we also have prevention this morning. That's my first class. And then we also have head and neck anatomy today. So that is what's happening today. I'm assuming just lectures. Yeah, that's pretty much it, what's happening today. If something exciting happens, I will let you guys know. Oh, also one other thing that's happening today, which I forgot to mention, is my mentor messaged me a few days ago and asked if I would be her patient on Thursday, which is today. So yeah, so today I'm gonna get my teeth cleaned by my mentor, so that'll be fun. I mean, I just got my teeth cleaned in July, but I mean, I always like having clean teeth, so I'm down for it. So yeah, my appointment is at 5:30 to 8:30. So I'm done with classes at 1:50 today. So I'll just go home, let my dog go to the bathroom and maybe study, like do reading that I have, because I always have a crap ton, and then go back and get my teeth cleaned, which I'm excited because I haven't seen like the clinic, like, you know, in full function, like, so yeah. So I'm excited to see like what the clinic looks like when things are actually happening, and it'll be a good time. Okay, so I'll update you guys on that later. Hello. It's still Thursday. I just got done with my classes. My last class was dental anatomy. Well, for the most part, what we talked about today, I feel good about. I did most of the reading for the class beforehand, didn't get all of it done, but a lot of it was just learning the different like directions, like mesial, distal, buccal, facial, lingual, all those kind of things, and I feel good about those. But then we started talking about like, you know, ridges and grooves, and that's kind of where I'm a little more fuzzy. So definitely gonna have to study. I definitely need to just like read the textbook. I think that's what's gonna help me, and do the practice questions, because I did that for the first part of the reading until I realized there was so much reading and I don't have time to do that. But like this weekend, I think I'm gonna take my time, review what we've learned, do the practice questions, make sure I actually understand it, and I think I'll be good. I know a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed, and like, I don't know, I feel like this typically happens like at the beginning of a hard class. You're learning all these new things that you've never heard before, and it feels really overwhelming, like in the sense that like there's a lot of things you don't know, but that doesn't really stress me out as much as it used to, because I don't know, it's just what I did my like 4 years of getting my degree in biology. So it's okay not to know everything when you're starting. It's the first week of school, and that's why we're here to learn. As long as you put in the work and take your time out of class to work on material and study, like, you're gonna be okay. So, but yeah, first week, and we definitely have lots of information being thrown at us, that's for sure. But we haven't really done anything like everything we've done is very didactic so far, and I just want to get into clinic and like do something. Like, I want to actually do something. Like in clinic tomorrow, I think we're just going over hand washing and PPE, and like know where everything is in your operatory and that kind of thing, which is definitely important to know. Obviously, you have to know how to use PPE before you start working on people, but I'm just wanting to like actually get started, you know? But yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hi guys, so it's Sunday now. I just get busy and I forget to like finish filming. But anyways, the clinic on Friday was fine. We just did like hand washing and PPE and like where everything is in our like operatory, and went over sterilization, and that was about it. But yeah, I can't wait to like finally get started and actually do dental things. But yeah. If we want to, tomorrow we can do our first skill evaluation. We get to like choose when we do our skill evaluations. We just have to do them before the end of the term, and we have to pass all of them with a 92. But we get multiple attempts at them, and they just have to be done by the end of the term. So I would like to do it tomorrow. Since tomorrow's the first day, we can do the first evaluation. but we have to talk with our group and decide like which few people are gonna do it tomorrow, because we can't all do them all on the same day because it would take too much time. So I guess we'll see. So I'll have clinic tomorrow at 8 a.m. Then we have a quiz tomorrow in pharmacology, which I've been studying for like all weekend pretty much. Not like too intensely, but just like reviewing the lectures, and I made like a Quizlet, and I've been studying all the terms, and I feel pretty decent about it, so just gonna go for it. And then we have head and neck anatomy, and we have this project in head and neck anatomy lab where we have to like have a styrofoam head and label all the features on it, and I completely ruined mine. I spray painted him and it like melted him from the spray paint. So I have to order another one online because like my cohort has bought out Joann's and Walmart of them all already. So that's really fun. This is Marcus, and yeah, this side looks like pretty decent. And then yeah, it's just a travesty. Like he didn't make it, so I'm gonna have to buy another one and not spray paint. But yeah, this is my first week of dental hygiene school. It wasn't too terrible. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of stuff to do and lots of reading, and I put in my planner like all of our big like assignments and exams and stuff on like my monthly like section and stuff, and then like more detail in like the weekly section. And just looking at the monthly like big projects and tests and like quizzes and stuff, it's like a lot. It's like constant, like non-stop, but we'll get through it. It'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying the program so far, and I just can't wait to continue on with the program and learn more. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.